Hello, my chaotic goblin family. Welcome to the chaos. So this is not my normal day or time of going live, but the weather decided to thwart any plans I thought I was going to make for today, which is fine. And so my kids were like, "Can we watch a movie?" And I'm like, "Awesome!" But I don't want to see Trollhunters: Rise of the Titans for the 15,000th time. So how about I go live for like an hour and a half while you guys enjoy your movie? And they thought that sounded like a fantastic plan. So they're upstairs watching a movie, and I'm down here hanging out with you guys. And, you know, the kittens are probably going to run amok. Because that's what they do. But, yeah. That was like the extent of like my thought process today. I like genuinely thought I was gonna like take them to the park or like something like that, and it started snowing. So which is awesome. It was super beautiful. I for a while, like when the snow first started coming down, it was just like these giant fluffy flakes. And so I like grabbed a blanket and a mug of hot tea and a book, and I like cuddled up on the couch next to the window, and I was just like reading and like watching the snowfall outside, and it was like awesome. Because I've never really gotten to do that before. I wish that it had stuck. It's too warm like for it to like stick to the ground, so it all just like melted away. But it was really pretty, and I was really enjoying it. So my kiddos like got back into their big fluffy jammies, and we decided to have a cozy day. So I'm still in my jammies too. Happy surprised to get this notification. Oh, I'm so glad. It's Ardent Fire. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Snow Day. Yes. So happy you've been streaming. Oh, thank you, Alaska Airlines. Brittany Young, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. So yeah, the universe was like, hey, you need to take a mellow day. You need to rest. You need to, you know, take a little time. So I was like, cool. We're gonna read. We're gonna stitch. I have 2 kits that are being prepared to go out, so I started like printing out all of the things that need to go into them. Like all of the kits I make come with like the how to cross stitch guide and the printed out version of the pattern, and I have like a floss minder thing that I print out and prepare that like has all the different colors of the floss that they need attached to it. So like I have to print out like just like a bunch of random stuff that like I'd like, it would be nice if I could like combine it all into like one file and just be like print everything that I need to go in a kit, but like that's not how it works. So everything's like separate, and I have to like go and print like 4 different things to like get everything done. So I was like working on that earlier, and I don't know. Yeah, I've been scrolling TikTok for a while too. So, you know, normal like I just want a cozy mellow day type stuff. I think this is at least my 2nd cup of tea today, possibly my 3rd. No, I think this is my 2nd. I think I had a coffee and then this is my 2nd tea. But my partner is coming home this evening, which I'm super excited about also, because I haven't seen him all week. But yeah, just overall, good day vibes. Good day vibes. Oh, it's emote only over here still. Shoot, I'm sorry about that. I like remembered and then I immediately forgot again. There we go. Now you should be able to chat. There you go. I would be having a cozy day too, but I had to go do laundry. Oh, bummer. Laundry is the worst. Actually, it's not. I think dishes are the worst. I think dishes are worse than laundry. But wanting a cozy day and having to go do laundry is disappointing. Amethyst Searcher, thank you for the little finger hearts. I've been cross-stitching all day and my fingers are feeling it. Oh man. It's like cold enough downstairs that like my fingers are a little bit numb, but like just like a little bit painful, a little bit numb. I found like these really cute fingerless gloves that, hold on, I have one right here. They're so cute and like whatever, except that the thumb is not fingerless, so I can't split floss, so I was like, I'll wear them while I'm stitching, but I didn't think about the fact that I can't split floss if you've got a mitten on. So they are not gonna work to keep my hands warmer while I'm stitching. So I was very disappointed to learn that. So now I just wear them like for whenever, just not while stitching, which was why I bought them. I specifically bought them because I was like, oh, I'm gonna wear them while I'm stitching, but nope. Can't do that. That's okay. Leafeon's looking great. I've been playing Hogwarts Legacy. Aw, thank you. Blah, dishes wet in the sink are the worst. Dishes, okay, that's the chore that I absolutely hate and cannot stand is dishes. When I tell you, like, I am so happy that our new place has a dishwasher. Like, oh man. I haven't lived in a place with a dishwasher since my oldest kiddo, my oldest kiddo was born. We only lived there for a couple months after she was born. My D&D game got canceled. I'm so sorry. I actually bought some D&D like stuff today from another TikTok creator, _R_N_N_W_, RNW. They make like the cutest accessory stuff for D&D games. So I bought their it's like a 3-dimensional message board, and so you like cut all the pieces out and like glue them onto like cardboard and stuff, and it makes like a stand-up, like it looks like a cute little like message board that you would see like in the center of town. And they have like little PDFs where you can like make your own like cute little notes to like attach to the message board. And I'm like super excited to like make some little questy stuff like for the kids and whatnot. Like even if it's not for D&D, even if it's for like, we've been playing some other TTRPGs with them and stuff like that, but like I love the idea of them having like a little physical message board that they can like pick an adventure off of. And like I just think it's so cute, especially for little kids. So that is going to be something I'm going to try and like tackle and put together at some point. I don't know when I'm going to do it, but that is something that's on my to-do list. I printed that out earlier too. So like I printed the stuff out that I need to like glue onto cardboard and whatnot, but we have so much cardboard because we just moved. We have so much cardboard. Hi Cleanse, hello. Emote only on Twitch. Okay, I did fix that. Awesome. Kaylee, you know, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. I started a new diet for medical reasons. Now I'm eating turkey deli meat with tortilla chips. Oh, I'm sorry that you're on a diet for medical reasons. It's Ardent Fire. Thank you for the hutao. Thank you. Brittany Kaluna, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. If you want a pair without the thumb part, let me know. I can make it for you. Oh, that would be so sweet. Oh, I would appreciate that. Like straight up. So one of the reasons I don't wear gloves all the time is because my nails are so long. I literally poke holes in all of my gloves. So I've only had these gloves for like 3 weeks now or so. Sorry, I like totally almost knocked the camera over. Okay, so here's the left one. This is like a problem that I have with all of my gloves. My ring is trying to catch on it on the inside. Stop it, ring. Stop it. Okay, so if you look, my thumb is already poking through the top. Like I've only had it for 3 weeks, but because my nails are so long, I literally do that for all of the gloves, like every single glove, because like I have really long fingers. So when they sell the gloves that are like one size fits most, they don't, because my fingers are too long. And then add to that I have nails they just tear through the tips of all of my gloves. So all of my gloves, like the pointer fingers and the thumbs, start to tear through. And so I gave up on gloves, but like I really want I want little gloves so I can wear them when it's cold down here. NX Tash, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Oh my god, Leafeon, did you make that pattern? I did. I make all of my own Pokemon patterns. I have 31 patterns that I've made so far, and I make more all the time. I have a Patreon where you can get access to the entire back catalog of patterns that I've made for $12 a month, and I make at least 4 new patterns every month. So March 1st, I'll be dropping the next 4, and the theme for March is spring Pokemon. So if you want to throw your guesses into the comments on what Pokemon you think I chose to represent spring, the hint that I will give you is I have only chosen Pokemon from generations 1 through 5 because they're easier for me to make into patterns, and I haven't like perfected how I want to make the later generations and like convert them into pattern form yet. So gens 1 through 5, I've tried to like stick as true to their original sprite versions as possible. Color matching is a little weird with the MC, but yeah. Freddie, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Lysica, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you too. And thank you for the Tucker the Turkey. That's so cute. Carolina, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Lysica, thank you for the Hu Tao. And Luna Lovegood, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you as well. Oh wow, you guys are all like following today. That's so sweet. I think you guys, they got like a little follow train going on. Okay, I missed some stuff over here. You have your first D&D game tonight, Kaylee. That's freaking awesome. Congratulations. I'm super excited for you. Vex, I'm sorry that yours got canceled. Leafeon looks amazing. Thank you, Unity. Ooh, we have redeemed finish a Pokemon hoop. Who are we gonna finish? Shoot, I like stuck a whole bunch of stuff on top of this last night because I was like, I'm just gonna put this here and deal with it later, and then I didn't. Vex, thank you for contributing to the Let's Play Game Challenge. All right. Ooh, Kaylee, you got a Sobble as your starter. Nice. I know one, but could be another Vileplume. It's not a Vileplume. It's not a Vileplume, but that's a pretty good guess. I think you guys were guessing the other day, and like some of your guesses got really close. One of them was like the wrong form. Like you made the guess, and it was like a different evolution of it. I'm like looking for the words. Deerling! Owls or Pals, you got it. I am releasing the Spring Deerling in March. I'm super excited about it. And so I decided, like, so March, I don't know if it's like between the 20th and the 22nd every year is the equinox. So March, whatever the equinox is, I'm going to be releasing the Spring Deerling, and I'm going to save the other forms of Deerling to release on the solstices and the equinoxes, because I thought that would be like super cute because I'm a dork. The Pokemon I always think of with spring is Shaman. Oh my gosh, I should have done Shaman. Shaman's so stinking cute. Okay, I did not choose Shaman, and now I regret it. Dang it, I might have to, I might just make like a bonus pattern this month, because Shaman is so stinking cute. Shaman is one of my favorites. I don't know how I didn't think of it. I even have a plushie Shaman somewhere. I need to find my plushie Shaman and like bring it down here to hang out with these guys. But yeah. PK, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. And thank you for sharing the live. I really appreciate that. Okay, so who are we finishing? That's the wrong drawer. Alright. Maybe we should finish the big one today. We always like, I tend to like finish the little ones. Oh my gosh, what happened to this hoop? Okay, pretty sure my dog chewed on that, but like a long time ago, because she's 10 and she hasn't chewed on stuff since she was a puppy. Which means this is a pattern that I've had like for ages and ages. Which, you know, doesn't surprise me. I've been stitching for about 20 years now. Over 20 years now. And I have been doing Pokemon patterns for about the last 15 years. So yeah, we're gonna throw away that hoop because that's not gonna work for me. Oh, I should have saved it so I could at least see what size it was. I'm gonna make an educated guess. Is that the same size hoop? I think that's the same size hoop. Yeah, I think that's the same size hoop. I made a guess. I don't even know what size this is. I was just like, that looks about the right size, and grabbed it. But yeah, Deerling is so stinking cute, and I'm super, super excited. That's not the same size hoop. Hold on. I need to go bigger. That is way too big. That's an 8. Is that a 6? No, that looks like a 7. Okay, well, what size are you? That's a 6. No, that is a 6. Okay. I think Dugong might be a 7-inch hoop. And do I have a 7-inch hoop? Easily accessible. I have another 6-inch hoop. I have too many 6-inch hoops. There's just a pile of them now. Gio Rodriguez, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Yeah, I'm super excited about Deerling. I might have to get the patterns for March because Deerling would be so cute in the nursery. Oh, Deerling would be adorable in a nursery. Like, for real. Okay. That's a 7-inch hoop. There we go. Okay. Is that the right size? That's too big. It was a 6-inch hoop. I was right the first time. Remind me to trust my instincts. You think I've been doing this long enough? I was right. I was like, hey, I think it's this. And then I was right. And then I second guessed myself when I was looking at it because I was like, yeah, see, that one fits. So here's the thing about hoops. Even though they're sized across the diameter of them, they are all like slightly different based on the brand and like the quality of the bamboo itself. So I have like a bunch of different brands because I bought them over the years. So I don't know what brand this is. No idea. This is the Joann's brand, and they're actually one of my favorites. The bamboo I find is really nice and smooth. Some of these other brands, like it's much more rough and it's more likely to splinter. But the Joann's one, I gotta pull the wrapper off of it. Hold on. Okay. But like looking at this, and like their screw tops aren't terrible. See how it like has a gap over here? That's because it's slightly smaller than this one. Just like if I line them up at the top together, they should fit all the way around, but no, this one's slightly different size. So it is what it is. So I'm going to use the one that fits perfectly in this because it fits perfectly in this. Yeah, we're going to throw the rest of those back in the drawer. There is one brand that I cannot stand. I don't even know if I have any anymore because I stopped buying them. But what they do is they like coat this in like this blue peely crap that you have to like peel off, but like you can't peel it off because they put the blue stuff on before they tacked these things down to attach them to the hoop. So the blue stuff gets stuck under the edges and then you have to go get tweezers, and like it is my nightmare. It is my ADHD freaking nightmare. I hate those hoops like simply for that reason alone. So that being said, I don't buy that brand any longer, and I don't remember what brand it is. I just know that like I think it used to be sold at like Michael's or Joann's, and then they like switched away from it. So it's good that they like I haven't seen it in a while. Okay, that's not wanting to tighten. So I'm actually trying to like squeeze these a little bit closer together so I can tighten this better. But yeah, like this is like really small and it's hard on my fingers to like grip and turn. Oh, the Michaels ones. Okay, so yeah, they might be from Michaels. I can never remember where I got them from. But I'm glad that they don't sell them anymore, or at least they didn't in California. I don't know if they sell them here because I haven't had to buy hoops yet. Or actually, I did buy some hoops, but my partner picked them up for me, and I think they were all from Joann's. But yeah. Jacqueline Fielder, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. So here we go, all the way around, trying to pull the fabric tight. It's a little bit harder on these like bigger hoops. Like I know this is only a 6-inch hoop, so it's not like super big, but like you still want to make sure you get it nice and tight. 7 and 8-inch hoops like are much harder to like get them nice and tight in the hoop. Like all the way around. Okay. Where did you get your plushie shaman? I have no idea. I genuinely don't know where it came from. It's a possibility that someone gave it to one of my kids and I co-opted it when they were like babies. I don't know where it came from. Actually, that's probably where it is right now. My kids probably co-opted it back. It wouldn't surprise me because normally it would be hanging out down here. So I've got like a little fox over there and I've got an octopus up there. Usually Evie is down here too, but I moved Evie the other day because I was like rearranging stuff and then Evie like didn't make it back over here. And then I've got a little Totoro over here, like with his little leaf umbrella. Like he's so cute. Anyway, but I do have a shaman somewhere. I don't know where it is. I'm making semi-bad decisions and retying my bowstring in a white dress. That sounds like not good decisions in a white dress because it's dye. That's not going to come out. Elle! Hi, Nana. How you doing? Hi. I would love to buy shaman in Deerling once you make the patterns. Okay, I will add, I had a special request from somebody. I had a special request from one of my patrons to make a Pokemon, so that's going to be top of my to-do list. The patrons that I have that support at the full library access tier, I tend to honor requests from them when they come through. Nobody's like abused it yet and been like, I want you to make all 50 of these or anything like that. But like if they send me like a one-off or two, requests, I try to honor those because those are the people who, are helping support me on a regular basis. And then if you're buying a kit from me, I will also make a pattern if you're buying a kit for that particular Pokemon. It's, worth my time and energy. But Shaman I will absolutely do, mostly because I love Shaman. And I'm like, I want a Shaman pattern. Like, I want that. But yeah, I had somebody reach out and they wanted, I think it was like Tyranitar or something, but they wanted to commission me to make it. And so I sat down and I made the pattern, and then I don't think that, let's just say I gave them the price, and I don't think I'm going to be hearing back from them because commissioning is expensive. Like, you're asking for a custom made piece of art, and like you guys have seen, like it takes me hours to make these, and Tyranitar is not little. But that being said, I do have a Tyranitar pattern in my backstock now that I haven't had a chance to add to the library or do anything with yet. So at some point that will get released to the library. Probably not to the Etsy shop, but at least to the library. But like I said, I'm focusing right now on the spring themed ones that are getting released in a couple days. It's almost the end of the month. But yeah, I'm excited. All right, so we're gonna be finishing Dugong today. So now I'm just going. So I cut like a rough circle around the edge, leaving about an inch or so of fabric, and now I'm going around and I'm cutting. Snipping little lines about every inch or so all the way around. the fabric. Like all the way up to the frame. With my tiny little fabric and floss scissors. I have like multiple pairs of scissors and I'm like weird about what I use them for. Clover, you don't need a bark, baby. That's not necessary. No one's out there, I promise. She's like, you don't know. You don't know if there's people out here. I'm gonna turn all the ones I make into a blanket. How many patterns do you have for sale? I currently have 31 patterns in my full pattern, like in my Patreon. If you join at the full pattern library tier, there are currently 31. And on my Etsy, I don't have all of them available. So some of the less common ones, they're just not going to make it onto my Etsy shop. It's not worth, like, I have to pay for every single listing on Etsy, so it's just not worth it for the ones that are not as popular. But access to my full pattern library is $12 a month, which is a freaking steal. If you know anything about cross-stitching patterns and whatnot. So 31 patterns for $12 and a promise of 4 new patterns every month. Okay, what color are we gonna go with to do dugong? Like, there's just no good like colors to choose. I don't know. Maybe we'll go with this. Oh, yeah. You guys aren't gonna be able to see it though. Hold on. All right, let's do. Yeah, we're gonna do. We're gonna do black. I have a whole skein of 310 in here. All right, that's going into my DMC floss pile. I don't know how that ended up in here, but we'll grab some prism black because I don't like prism. It's good for friendship bracelets. I will use it for that, and I will use it for finishing off the backs of hoops, and that's it. I'm not gonna stitch with it because I am picky about what I stitch with. Nicoletta, thank you for the roses and thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Okay, thank you. I'll get Patreon literally just for you. I'm so excited. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Kylie. I am also... I've been toying around with the idea of... Hold on. Okay. I've been toying around with the idea of opening up a, like, pattern of the month club specifically for people who want to order kits. So, like, your first kit would come with everything you need to get started, like with the needle and the how to cross stitch guide and like all of that kind of stuff, as well as like everything you need to make your first pattern. And then from then on, the future kits would just come with the extra stuff that you need for whatever that pattern of the month is. So I wouldn't include the how to cross stitch guide and the needle and the little floss minder in every single kit. It would just be in that first one. So I don't know if people would like actually be interested in that, because like obviously that's gonna be like a higher level of tier, and I would absolutely also include access to the entire pattern library, just like I do for like the $12 tier. But it is also like that's a commitment from me to like put together X number of kits a month and whatnot. So I'm thinking that like if I did that, I would like cap the number of people who could sign up for that tier, and so it would be like limited slots. So I might only have it be like 5 or 10 people able to join at that tier, and then that way I can like make sure that I know I can, you know, put these together and ship them out every month. So I don't know how anyone feels about that, or like if they would like, would you want to like vote on what pattern we would be making every month? Like, I don't want people to feel like, oh, I want to do this, but like I already made this other Pokemon. Like, so the new pattern, like the kit would have to be a new pattern every month and not one that you already have access to in the library, because I wouldn't like send out the first kit as like Bulbasaur, because like you've probably already stitched Bulbasaur, because Bulbasaur is in my pattern of the month club as well as the full pattern access club. So like you've probably already done that one. So like that wouldn't make sense. But like this month, maybe I would send out like Deerling as the kit of the month. So that's kind of my thoughts. And then like it'd be a little bit easier for me to kind of gauge like how many kits I'm making a month and like things like that. So yeah, I don't know. I haven't looked at the comments this whole time that I've been talking, because my thread keeps nodding, and also I'm scared. I'm scared you're all gonna be like, this is a terrible idea. Don't do this. So, but this it just nodded, and it doesn't want to. I have to like get close to it. I apologize if my face is in the frame, but I have to see what I'm doing. There are ways to unpick knots when they tangle in your thread like this. This is why I don't use prism thread for actually cross-stitching. This is why I use DMC. The quality of the thread itself is not great in my opinion. Like I said, it's good for some things. It's fine for like friendship bracelets and stuff like that, where you're not splitting the thread. But if you have to split the thread, it's not fantastic for that. But I also don't want to use up all of my like nice DMC floss when I'm finishing off the backs of my Pokemon hoop pieces, which is why I have like just that giant bag of like random prism floss and like stuff like that. This is sorry, I'm frustrated because it's not untie. Okay, so you have to like get the needle through in the right spot, and I can't figure out where the right spot is right now. And then, yep, there it goes. Okay, perfect. Got it. Okay, we're good. We're all good. Okay. Hi, kiddo. You need to stand over there. Thank you. What's that? No, we're not going to do popcorn right now. I'm going to be making dinner soon. I know. Thank you for asking. I do appreciate it. Maybe we can do a movie with popcorn tomorrow, okay?
Okay, can I have something because I'm hungry?
You're hungry because you chose not to eat lunch today. So if you're going to eat something, you can make your sandwich from lunch, or you can have some carrots from lunch. You already had you did eat your apple and your bell pepper, right?
Yeah.
You can have one of the other of your normal lunch things. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Bubs. I'm done doing it, and I didn't get any on my dress. Good, Vex. I'm so glad you didn't get any on your dress. I would have been paranoid the entire time. Like, I probably would have changed or like put one of my aprons on or something. I'm so excited for spring. I am too. Oh my gosh, you guys, the trees out back have started like shooting, like the little like closed up buds that are like on the tip of the tree branches. Like they like popped open the other day, and they had like all these little tiny like flower buds all like curled up inside, and then they like started growing longer, and I'm so excited. And then it snowed today, and I was like, oh god, they're all gonna die. What's that?
Can we have some grapes instead of carrots? There's no carrots.
There's no carrots. Did you check in the other drawer?
No.
Yeah, you can have some carrots from the other drawer.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't care what drawer you get the carrots out of. Have some carrots. I mean, you can have some grapes too if you want grapes.
Yay!
Grapes and carrots.
Grapes too.
Yeah? I need to hint to my partner that I need a Chikorita kit. I mean, who doesn't need a Chikorita kit? Dang it, okay, so here's my problem. My original goal was that I was going to stitch all of the original 150 Pokemon. And then I was like, okay, I'll make an exception, and I will also do Mew. And then I was like, okay, I will make an exception, and I will also do the rest of the evolutions, because, like, you have to. And now I want to do Shaman, and Chikorita, and Deerling, and, like, all of these other little freaking cute ones. And I'm sitting here like, I don't want to stitch Mr. Mime. Like, I just don't. So now I'm wondering, like, instead of stitching all of the first 150, should I change my goal and just like yeah, stitch the first 150, but then like just tack on whatever other ones I think are cute and like that I want? Like I love Vulpix, so like I have to stitch a Alolan Vulpix at some point, even though like it's not one of the first 150. Like it's gonna happen. I don't know. Anyway, I'm babbling. I'm at work, so I'm just listening. Aw, hi Break. I would totally do a pattern of the month. Oh, okay. Okay. A kit of the month. Okay. Dibs. I would love to be a part of it. Not great, no pun intended. We're still under about a foot of snow, no signs of spring yet. Oh man, it was like 80 degrees the other day. I think that's why all of the little buds like popped open. Is we had a couple days ago it was 80 degrees, and then today it was snowing. So apparently we are in like the first of the 3 springs of Maryland. I'm terrified for the pollinating. I'm terrified. Alternate 1 original 150 and then 1 fun one you like. Stitch the ones you like. I think you should. Yeah, sorry, kid of the month. I'm totally in. Okay. I will work on putting together the tier for that then. Cause yeah, like I thought about doing it and I was like, oh, I don't know. And like I kind of have been waffling back and forth, and I was talking to my partner about it last night, and he was like, you should just make the tier and put it up there. Like, worst case scenario, nobody goes for it. But like maybe somebody will. And I was like, okay, like, yeah, it's not gonna hurt me to put it up there and like try, right? So that was the conversation we had last night. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put it up there. Okay, need to pull this nice and tight. We're gonna go a little bit more because like I don't know why it's and it just ripped. Shoot. Okay. Shoot. How am I going to do this? Okay, I need to not use prism thread because it's too fragile. Okay, I'm going to tie this to this so that it's longer, and then I'm going to tie it off because this is ridiculous and I don't want to have to sew it again. I'm going to have to sew it again because I can't tie it off. Okay. All right, hold on. I like missed a whole bunch of stuff over on TikTok. Okay. How do I organize my floss? I will show you how I organize my floss when I'm finished with this. If I forget, somebody please remind me. Because that giant bag of floss is not my floss bag. That is just my freaking heck. Okay. All right. We're gonna undo a few stitches. I'm gonna tie off. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna undo a few. I'm not gonna undo all of them. There we go. I'm gonna undo to there so I can tie off, and then we're going to restring, and that's freaking prism thread. I have feelings about prism, apparently. Also, this is really old thread. This is probably 15-year-old thread, so that doesn't help. Okay, we're just gonna throw that bunch away because I don't want to accidentally pick it up again and be like, oh, is this okay to use? No, it's not. Sorry, I'm feeling a little chaotic tonight. Or tonight, oh God, I don't even know what time of day it is. I'm feeling chaotic right now, which is fine because, hey, welcome to the chaos. This is me. I have ADHD and I need an extra hand. Get off. Okay, there we go. Oh, shoot. Okay, that's, all right. I've got 1 hour. I have to go make dinner for the kids in an hour. So I'm only going to be live for 1 more hour, but let me see. Normally you guys see me like at the end of my day when I'm all like starting to mellow out and like I've been going all day, so I'm like tired. This is like my energy like normally is just like slightly unhinged. Yes, please, yes. Okay, Dumpling and Cheeto and Kylie, thank you. The surprise of the Pokemon would be half the fun. I would love to pay for that. Same. I think it would be awesome. It would be simpler for you in a way because everyone would be receiving the same Pokemon. Yeah, that was also my thought too, is like everybody would be receiving the same Pokemon, so I could like just like I would know what I was getting into. I could like bulk order the floss that I need and like whatever size hoops that I need for the month and like stuff like that, and I could kind of like prepare for it ahead of time. And yeah, I think it would just be I would just like select one of the 4 Pokemon that are going to be released in the next month to be like the one that you get as your kit. But yeah, I would personally pay monthly for that. Awesome. And you don't have to have it down perfect when you start. You can always like see and adjust how you could do it. If you want to go trial, I bet so many people would love it. I know you totally want to do. Yes, Mime Jr. is adorable. Okay, Mime Jr. is adorable, but Mr. Mime is creepy, and I think it's because I don't like clowns. And like he doesn't look like a mime. He looks like a clown. It's too much for me. And by the way, yes, I have stitched Mr. Mime before. He was one of the original ones that I stitched. So the fact that I'm like redoing these as my own patterns and like I'm gonna have to stitch him again is like I just have to like accept that like it's gonna happen. I'm gonna have to stitch him again at some point. Yeah, I'm like not super looking forward to it, but it is what it is and it will be okay. And I will live. Okay, and that is Dugong. Dugong is done and Dugong is ready to go up on the wall. And again, Dugong is one of the old ones that I don't have a pattern for, but redeeming the reward to make me finish a hoop, I need to get my lint roller and lint roll Dugong because you're covered in little fluffy bits. This is how I get some of my older pieces finished and ready to sell, because I have no motivation to finish a piece by myself. Oh shoot, I was gonna show off how I organize my floss. So, okay, let me get up. This is my chair. Can I do this without bumping into things? I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get them out. My chair is in the way. Okay, so here's my little box of floss. So this is my small floss box, and so I have all of my floss in here on bobbins, and they all have little stickers in the corner which have what number they are, and they're all in numerical order. So I have a small floss box because my big floss box overflowed. Okay, can I get it out? Yes. Okay, I got it out. This is my big one. It is the size of a scrapbooking thing. This container's big enough to hold 12 by 12 pieces of scrapbooking paper. And I have so much floss that I overflowed this one and had to move some of my stuff to a smaller one. So needless to say, I have hundreds of different colors of floss. But I do not own every color of DMC floss that they make. Please ignore all of the cords on the floor. I have to like unplug certain things to plug in the stuff that I need to stream, and I can't be bothered to like wrap it up all nice every time. So I literally just like unplug things and then plug the other things in and then just leave the cords there. Please don't judge me. I get enough of that from my partner, who's like an audiovisual designer as his day job. So he like sees my chaos over here and he's just like, can I please like wrap all your cords for you nicely? And I'm just like, but then I'll have to unwrap them because I will have my setup slightly different next time and it won't fit anymore. And like, he's just like, oh my God, like this is painful to look at. And I'm like, I know, but you love me anyway, right? And he does love me anyway. Nicoletta, thank you for the rose. I appreciate that. Hello from Mexico. Hello from Maryland. Celestelia, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Okay, what color are we doing next? We are back to actually stitching now. Here we go. Beige. You know, as if you couldn't already guess. All right. What is happening? There we go. I was like, I have a piece. Where did it go? Here it is. We got it. I'm totally in. Worst case, it's just me. Aw, you guys are so sweet. I'm already 2 for 2 this year. I did have a goal to make a party of 6, but maybe I need to do 12 now. Ooh, party of 12. I mean, I just make them constantly. Like, I know you guys see me doing like one at a time on here. I have another one that I'm working on not on stream because I don't want to keep working on Leafeon when I'm not streaming, but also I don't want to only work on cross stitching when I'm streaming. So I'm actually working on Abra right now, which if you've been watching my streams, you know that I already finished Abra, except that the Abra that I finished was my partner's anniversary present, and that Abra is hanging up in his office, so now I need an Abra to hang up on my Pokemon hoop wall, which I still haven't hung up. That is one of my goals, to like get it re-hung up here in the new house. And I have not done it yet because that sounds intimidating to go punch a bunch of holes in the wall and like try to hang stuff properly. So I'm like super nervous to like get to that stage, but also like I need to do it. But yeah, I need to do it. I need to just suck it up, because like how cool to be to like have this whole wall full of like Pokemon hoops behind me. Like I feel like you guys would want that, right? Like talk me into it. give me the dopamine to go do the thing that I desperately need to do anyway. Where do you store all of your cross stitch pieces? So once I'm done and I have them in like finished hoops like this, I hang them all up on a wall. Like, if you go to my cross stitch playlist in my like through my bio, for those of you on Twitch, I'm also on TikTok at Alphabet Soup, except it doesn't have the number 0 in it. It's just Alphabet Soup. But I have a whole playlist over there of cross stitch and pattern stuff and whatnot, and I've showed off my Pokemon hoop wall over there. So as I finish pieces, they get added to the Pokemon hoop wall. So most of those videos, I think that was also my old house or my old apartment. So we moved across the country about 2 months ago, month and a half ago. And I haven't set up the hoop wall here yet. So I need to do that so that they can be all up on the wall again. Yeah. E.T., thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Passionate Ellie, thank you for the follow as well. And Sarah Anderson, thank you for the follow as well. You guys are amazing. I appreciate you all. I love like this little follow train thing we've got going on over here today. Like, y'all keep busting out like little follow trains. I like it. Okay. We're done with that color, and then we're gonna move. I think we're moving back into our greens as we get up onto the tail. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna go with the lighter shade of green. Chevy girl, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Oh, I didn't even put this one away. Hold on. Here we go. Put that one away. There we go. That one goes there. Where am I starting? That's where I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start on this corner down here. There we go. Hold on. My partner just texted me. He's like getting on his plane right now. So. Just got text in the letter. think it stopped snowing. It did. It stopped snowing. Dang it. I was enjoying the snow. I went outside in the snow earlier and I even caught a snowflake on my tongue. It was like a really big fluffy snowflake. It made me happy. I've never done that before. I've never, like, I know that probably sounds really weird to a lot of you. I've never caught a snowflake on my tongue before today. I'm 33 years old and I did that for the first time today. I grew up in Southern California in Orange County and it doesn't snow there. Although apparently it did this weekend, or this week, not this weekend, this week, they got snow in LA and some hail and snow in Orange County and specifically in my hometown. So, you know, what do I know about weather? Not much, as it turns out. I'm over here like, it never snows there. It does. Like, once every, like, 25 years, it will snow or hail there. But that's about it. And we usually only get thunderstorms there about once every decade. So, like, those things for me are, like, they make me so, like, snow and thunderstorms make me so excited because they're just not something that I grew up experiencing on a regular basis. So, yeah. I caught a snowflake on my tongue today. That was it. That was my story. Need to get a hold of for my cross stitch. I used to do small ones, but I just started one that's 22 inches. 22 inches tall or 22 inches across. I have used a frame before, but it only holds up to 1.5 feet wide and really 18 inches. Like, it should only be up to like 17 or like 16 or 17 inches. You really shouldn't do 18 inches in it. I know because I did, and it was like, it didn't quite fit. I've never used the Q-snap frames, but I've heard amazing things about them. I mean, if you're using a hoop, like, you could use a stand like this. I think it's 22 by 19. Okay, so yeah, I haven't been able to find a big enough, like, frame to do a 22 by 19. The one that I found, I was doing a 3 foot by 1.5 foot piece, so 36 by 18, and it like it was like overhanging the edge, and I like couldn't snap the other side in to like hold it in properly, and I couldn't find any bigger ones. But if you're okay like working in a hoop and like moving it around, like something like this might work. Or like, I don't know, maybe they make Q-snap frames that are bigger. Like I said, I haven't used the Q-snap frames, so I'm not 100% sure. Snow's all right. My son did the snow shoveling today. Well, that's good. I'm glad that you got somebody else to shovel for you, Avril. Tea. Okay. Let's highlight, and then we're gonna switch to the other color of green. Okay, here we go. The ones I found cost 200 or more. Ooh, that is a lot. If I was doing another big piece, the last time I was in a call with you and fell, so I think I'm not allowed to anymore. I would agree with that, Avril. I think you should absolutely delegate that chore to somebody else if you can. $200 or more. Yeah, I don't know that they like really make them that big, like that aren't like commercial, basically. I would say like if you can stand putting it in a hoop like this and then like rolling the edge or something like that, trying doing it in something like this, but or like using a stand like this, but I don't know. Like what would I do if I was making another big piece like that? Honestly, it's possible I would just try to make my own frame. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. I can't justify spending that much. I do crochet more than cross stitch. Yeah. yeah, that's I would be in the same boat. Like even having a business with that, like I would hesitate quite a bit before dropping $200 on something like that. Like even this, I bought it with a coupon, and this was $50, and then I bought it with a coupon, so it was like, I don't know, $30 or so. Because I didn't want to, you know, pay full price. But Michael's is good like that. They have coupons all the time. I have a scroll frame that can hold that size, I think. Yeah, mine only, it says it goes up to 18, but it doesn't truly. It actually goes up to about 17, because if you do an 18-inch across piece, you can't snap the other end on properly to like lock it in place. So I had to fight with it every time I was using it, because I forced it to put an 18-inch piece in there, and it kept wanting to fall off all the time. I couldn't like secure it properly. Is this basically pixel art? I love it. Yeah, cross-stitching is a form of 8-bit or pixel art. And the patterns can be translated to perler beads and diamond art and other forms of pixel art, or other things that use like the pixel art based pattern, like friendship bracelets, like the alpha pattern friendship bracelets. I mean, heck, you can each little square or pixel, you could crochet a granny square and then like stitch it all together to have a big blanket. So yeah, there's a lot of different crafts that use 8-bit and pixel art as kind of their basis. All right, gotta highlight so I don't lose track of where I am, 'cause I will. Alright. That's a good idea. My uncle does woodworking, so maybe I can buy the materials and he can make it. Oh yeah, if you have a relative who does woodworking, like if you look at like how the like scroll frames are made, there's not too much to them. It would probably be really easy for somebody who has those skills. I don't. I'd be making it up as I went along, but you know. Coupons are amazing. I've gotten $500 worth of yarn for $200. Yeah. I love when Joann's and Michael's have like big sales and nice coupons and stuff. Makes me happy. Frames and stands are simple construction. If you have a friend who does woodworking and carpentry, just do what you tell. Yeah, absolutely. Me too, not my husband's son. I have to go. Your work is beautiful. Oh, thank you, Laura. Have a great evening. Or afternoon. I don't even know when it is anymore. Sorry. It's afternoon. highlight some more. This is so relaxing. The noise the needle and thread makes is so nice. Your cross stitching is very nice. It's so oh, you guys are all so freaking sweet. Thank you. I enjoy watching your video. Thank you. Any tips for my first D&D game tonight? Roll good. What is it that you're nervous about? Make his stitches look so effortless. Thank you. I just don't know where to start with it all. So your DM, like your DM is gonna know that this is your first time playing, and so hopefully they should help you along. Um, so knowing kind of like what kinds of actions you can do in combat is helpful. But outside of combat, the really cool thing about D&D is like you can basically do anything. We were playing a game with the kids and their aunt, and it was her first time playing a role-playing game. And we weren't playing D&D, but we were playing something kind of similar designed for kids. And we're sitting there, and you know, it's the adventure we were on is called like Basement of Rats. And so there's all of these rats, and the kids have to like fight them off or like do something to like get through these rats. And so his sister was like, my partner's sister, my sister-in-law, she was like, I don't know what to do. And I was like, take your rope and lasso the rat. And so she does, and she rolls for it. She rolls high enough that she succeeds in lassoing this rat. And I was like, now ride it. Now, mind you, it's a giant rat. It's not like, you know, a little one. But I was like, ride it. And so I'm like encouraging her to just like be absolutely silly. And like, I think that's one of the fun things about like D&D and other TTRPGs like this is like, if you can come up with just silly things to do, like as long as the people you're playing with are cool, like do the silly stuff. Like you don't have to keep it to like, well, what would I do in this position? Like heckin' be silly. Like I was once part of an actual D&D campaign where the two players at the table were role playing as brothers, and so they always did combat together, and like because they were like, you know, trained together, grew up together, they were twins, you know, whatever, like that was part of their like role play shtick. And I'm worried I'd be too silly with things, but if I should go for it, I will. Don't worry about being too silly. Like, I think that's what everybody worries about when they first start is they're like, oh, if I do an accent, I'm gonna sound stupid. Or like, if I do something silly, everybody's not gonna like, in my experience, those are the most fun people to play with, is the people who are not afraid to feel silly or to look silly, or like they're not worried if they're gonna, you know, if other people are gonna perceive them as stupid, because they're leaning into it. They're leaning into the fun of this. Like when you think of Brendan Lee Mulligan as a DM, like he is not worried about how other people are perceiving him, but that's one of the things that makes him such an amazing DM is he just goes for it. He leans into the bit. He just, you know, embraces it, mind, body, and soul. And like bring that energy to your table, you know? Go for the silly accent. My kids love it when I'm DMing and I put on silly accents, or like when I'm reading a book and like I give all of the characters different accents and different like mannerisms and stuff. Like the table loves that too, even if the only character you're in control of is your own, because you're a player at the table. So I don't know. Yeah, don't worry about it. Just be silly and be, you know, yeah, just go for it. Don't be scared. Let's get you to 10K likes. Aw, thank you, Lysica. I used to be very good at cross-stitching when I was young. Now my eyesight is not good anymore. I have started to have to wear glasses when I cross-stitch. I need to go to the optometrist and get my eyes checked out, like not just for cross-stitching, but yeah, cross-stitching and reading. I should be wearing my glasses more when I read as well. Every time I put them on, I'm like, oh hey, things aren't actually blurry in real life, but like I forget that things don't have to be blurry because I've just like lived with it for so long. And, like didn't realize like, hey, it's not normal to not be able to, you know, read clearly. Who'da thunk? buy basement, make giant rat sanctuary. Oh my god. Avril, don't encourage them. The basement was beneath a store, and we were rescuing the shopkeeper's son who, like, I don't know if he got lost in the basement, like in the rat cavern that was attached to the basement, or like if the rats carried him away. It was very unclear. Because like I said, it's designed for kids. Like, they don't need a whole ton of backstory. They don't need to know everybody's motivations. They just, need to have their sights set and go. But yeah. Came for the cross stitch, stayed for the Dungeons and Dragons talk. Okay, if you are here for both the cross stitch and the D&D talk, join our Discord server. That is 100% what our Discord server is. We play D&D, and we are crafters and makers of all kinds, and we're super nerdy. And it is such a wonderfully supportive community. And also, we do like a self-care challenge every month. And so if you join the self-care challenge, you get put in a raffle, and I draw people at the end of the month, and you get to have a game night with me if you win. And so last month we played Raccoon Sky Pirates, which is a different TTRPG. And I think this month we're just gonna do Jackbox and like try and keep it simple. But yeah, so like stuff like that, where we need to have fun and be silly. Evil Panda, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Doesn't matter if you're a DM or a player, just have fun and put your heart into it. Yes, exactly. Do you only stitch on Ida? Personally, yes, I only stitch on Ida. I keep thinking like maybe I should stitch on something else, but I don't ever like feel the need to stitch on anything else. I feel like if I did stitch on something else, it would be like an apron or like something like that that's like has another functional purpose. But mostly I'm stitching to make art to hang on my walls. Like I hang up all my Pokemon hoops on the wall and stuff like that. Or I'm making it as gifts for other people, still as like wall art. But yeah, I pretty much only stitch on Ida cloth. Steph Leaves, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Cross Stitch Dude, thank you for the enjoy music emoji and the TikTok emoji. I appreciate those. Eli Jude, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. And Cross Stitch Dude, all the enjoy music emojis. Thank you. What games do you think had the best sprite art for the Pokemon? Generations 4 and 5. Those are the ones I almost exclusively use the Gen 4 and 5 sprites to make my patterns. Although I was thinking about going back to like the Gen 2 sprites and using those to do like an exclusive, like some little bonus ones for like some of my patron supporters and stuff like that. Is like one of the cool things that I like about the Gen 2 sprites is every single sprite only has 4 colors in it, tops. So it'll be like black, white, and like 2 shades of blue, or black, white, blue, and red, and like that's it. They all only had 4 shades, like 4 colors per sprite. So I think that those would be really fun, like little things to like turn into some cross stitch art. But the Gen 1 sprites, I will say, those are rough. Some of those, the Pokemon have evolved over the years, like pun intended. They've definitely changed their art style several times. I do not like the Gen 6 sprites at all. Like, they are my least favorite. But that is also why I'm struggling to figure out how to turn Gen 6 and above into this style, because they really did change the art style a lot from Gen 6 and moving on. So right now I'm only making patterns for Gen 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. But yeah, Gen 4 and 5 I use for most of my patterns, and then occasionally I'll do one from Gen 3 especially like if it has a really cute pose. If I like the pose the best, I will use that one. But yeah. Love your work. Oh, thank you. This live inspired me to buy your Bulbasaur pattern. Oh, thank you so much for the support. I'm so glad that you were inspired to, pull out a pattern and start cross-stitching. It makes me happy. I love 16-bit spray art. I do too. There's something about it that makes me happy. One of the things that another game that I'm thinking about starting to make some patterns from is Stardew Valley. I think it would be super cute to make like a cross-stitch sampler of like Stardew Valley with like I don't know, like the old school cross-stitch samplers with like the little house and like you have like the words and like stuff like that. Like I think it would be super cute to make like a Stardew Valley one with like your little Stardew Valley house and like have some of like the little like sample pieces be like the little fruits and veggies and stuff like that from the game. So I'm toying around with like making a bigger pattern with to make like an actual cross stitch. There's a book for Stardew cross stitch work. Oh, very cool. But yeah, so I'm thinking about making like a bigger cross stitch sampler based on Stardew Valley. I just joined the Discord. I'm excited to start cross-stitching. I've only done basic embroidery. Oh, that's super exciting. Thank you for joining the Discord and welcome to the chaos. I have to go enjoy your night. Oh, have a great afternoon, cross-stitch dude. Thank you for hopping in and hanging out. Oh, thank you for the telescope. I appreciate it. Megan Louise Cross, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. I gotta count 5. I can count to 5. I love the Discord. I love the Discord server too. Like, just the vibe over there and the people are so nice. Like, it's become such a great community. I never dreamed that I would have the community that I have over there. Like, it wasn't my intention when I started making videos on TikTok to create a community of any kind. And it all started about 2.5 years ago when I started sharing stories of playing D&D with my kids. And I just told some silly stories about like what it was like playing D&D with a 5-year-old, or I guess it was 1.5 years ago. I think it might have been 1.5 years ago. I'm losing track of time. I was playing D&D with a 5-year-old, and people were like, if you can teach a 5-year-old how to play, like, can you teach me how to play? And so I was like, well, TikTok doesn't feel like a great format. And at the time, I only was able to make 1-minute long videos. So I was like, you know, how can I teach people how to play? And I was like, if I create a Discord server, that would be much better. I could talk to people one-on-one, and other people could join and help out if, you know, if people have questions when I'm not around, or, you know, just to have extra people. And so I kind of created it on a whim, and within like a few weeks it blew up, and we have over 600 members, and we've been about 600 members strong for 1.5 years now. And so it kind of evolved, and it's changed over time, and so many of the people over there, like, not only are they into TTRPGs, but they're also into crafting of various kinds, and just everyone who has joined has just been so wholesome and so wonderful. And it just, like, it's crazy to me that, like, this started on a whim a couple years ago, and like it's just grown into this fantastic community of people supporting each other. And like, we're planning on doing a meetup at the Pennsylvania Ren Fair this year with a bunch of us from the Discord and stuff. So like, that's super exciting too. Like, I can't wait to meet a lot of these people in real life. And like, I've met a couple of them. I've met Tink, and I've met Nana, and you know, like, some these people have like become my friends outside of TikTok and outside of, you know, just the Discord. Like, these are people that I, you know, call up on the phone in real life and like have conversations with them about stuff. So it's just it's been wonderful community building, and I know I'm not the only one, you know, who feels that way about it. So it's just weird and awesome and kind of surreal, but yeah. Well, this is my first time watching a cross-stitching live. To be honest, I don't know how I got here, but I like it. What do you do with those little pieces, like the project finished? I hang them up on my wall. I know you can't see any on the wall behind me right now. That's because I just moved in here about a month ago, and I have not sat down and hung them all back up. But I usually have like a big wall full of Pokemon hoops of pieces that I finished. But yeah, that's what I do with them. Going back a little bit. Cross Stitch Dude, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. I know you already left, but thank you anyway. TikTok inspired me to learn how to cross stitch and knit. New TikTok. Now TikTok wants me to learn, or how to crochet and knit. Now it wants me to learn how to cross stitch. It knows that you like learning how to do new stuff. It wants you to expand your horizons. And I'm an enabler, so if you don't want to learn, you should scroll away now. If you do want to learn, there's a link in my bio to a how to cross stitch guide. As well as I am working on a how to cross stitch video tutorial series as well here on TikTok. So I'm like, working my way through the written guide that I put together of like the different steps and the different methods, because there's a ton of different ways to do the different parts of cross stitch. But yeah, if you want to learn, this is a great place to do it. How do you cross stitch? It's so pretty, but I can only crochet and barely knit. Like I said, I have the how to cross stitch guide that I put together. And also like as I stitch, I do talk through like the various portions of it. So like when I'm making a new piece, if you're watching my lives, I do talk people through how I start a piece and things like that, like as I'm actually doing it live. If you head over to my YouTube channel, it is linked in my bio. All of my past Twitch streams, because I stream on Twitch at the same time that I stream here on TikTok. Those are all linked over, like I post them on the YouTube, and so you can like go back and watch past ones to see like how does she start a piece, how does she, finish a piece, and things like that. So yeah, all of that, you can find that information like in bits and pieces by watching through the lives, or you can, follow me and stick around for the tutorial series as they're being released, and stuff like that. So that's, yeah. Jay, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. And undeniable. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. The Crazy Quens and Tom Nora, thank you for the follows as well. You guys are amazing. You guys are so amazing. A little follow train going on over here. I love it. Avril, woot woot. Unicorn, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. My favorite Pokemon. Aw, thank you, Lunar Bridge Crystals. And thank you for the follow as well. I appreciate you. Leafeon's such a little cutie pie. I think Flareon and Leafeon are my favorite evolutions. Like, they're just so stinking cute. Like, those freaking anime eyes. Like, you can't compete with the giant anime eyes. Jeanhan is mine. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Okay, thank you so much. No problem. Absolutely. Everyone is always welcome to ask me any questions you want about like cross stitching and stuff like that. And like I'm always more than happy to answer questions as I go. Just knowing that like sometimes it's easier, like I'm in the middle of a piece, so I can't like show you how to start a new piece right this minute. So like if you want access, like if you want to see that like right away, like I have some video tutorials, and you can go and watch like some of the past lives and stuff like that. I try to label the like descriptions with like what happened in that live. Like in this one, I started a new piece, I finished off this piece, and like things like that. That way like you can kind of know just from the description whether it's gonna have, like if you're looking specifically for like how does she start a piece off, looking for I started Leafeon will be like, oh hey, this is probably a good one to watch, and I can see how she does that. So I do try to give like I don't do timestamps. It's too time consuming for me to sit and try and find timestamps of like when things happen, but I at least do try to give like a short description of like big things that happened that might interest you from that particular live. But yeah. Maybe I should teach foam core modeling and not just D&D on the Discord. I mean, I think people would absolutely love to see foam core modeling and how to do that. That's super awesome. I think you should do it. Just so adorable. Leafeon is so adorable. He's so adorable. Here, I'll move that out of the way so you can see the whole face. Oh my god, too cute. Love it. Thank you. I've only ever finished One Piece because ADHD was a Charmander for a friend. Very nice. I mean, the ADHD is strong. There is a reason that I have so many pieces that I have finished stitching but have not put into hoops. It's one of the reasons that on Twitch, one of the channel rewards that you can choose to redeem points for is for me to finish an older hoop. So earlier on the live, I finished off Dugong for that very reason, because someone was like, hey, I have points. Finish off an older hoop. And I've actually finished off more hoops in the last couple months of doing these streams since I've added that reward option than I have in probably the last 3 years combined. Which is just ridiculous. I have had, like, at my old house, I had 16 hoops hung up on my wall, and I had probably had those 16 hoops hung and up with nothing new added for at least 5 years. So yeah, now I'm slowly adding to the number that I can hang up on my wall and, like, you know, just, you know, be add more, so many more, need all of them, must stitch all of the Pokemon. My favorite evolution since I was young has been Leafeon, and I am almost 17 now. Oh, very nice. Mine is Glaceon. Glaceon's really cute too. Those big ear flaps. I just wanna snuggle with the big ear flaps. Like, can I just use them as a blanket? I do not. Where do you get better fabric? I buy my fabric from either Joann's or Michael's. The DMC brand is good. The, like, straight up Joann's brand is good too. I've never had any issues with either of those. I don't know if Michael's has a brand. They probably do. I don't remember if I've ever bought it though. But yeah, I've only ordered fabric online once, and that was specifically because I was looking for black Ida cloth, and I couldn't find any in the store, so I ordered that online. But yeah, I usually just buy my stuff at Joann's or Michael's. Cinetica, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Wow, that's amazing way to go. I need to get back to the one I was working on. Oh, nice. Yeah, I think I've stitched probably 80 Pokemon total. But yeah, I only had 16 on the wall, and that was it. And I've been stitching these for 15 years now. So I need to get on the finishing of them to get the rest of them up on the wall. So yeah, that is why I motivate myself through other people motivating me for me. Koi-chan, meow meow, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Gotta stitch them all. Yes, gotta stitch them all. Eventually, we'll get there. At least the first 150. That's the goal. I don't think I could ever keep up with the rate that they produce them at. I mean, there's over 1,000 now. There's no way I could catch up to that amount. But oh, I'm from Germany. We don't have these stores, but maybe a local fabric store has something. Maybe. Yeah, I'm from the United States, so I don't have, like, any suggestions for, like, where to buy Ida cloth abroad, unfortunately. Sorry, I'm highlighting real quick. I gotta highlight what I just stitched or I will lose track. Have you seen the giant ones people do that have taken years? Because there's every Pokemon. I could never. I absolutely have, and I'm tempted to, like, do that as, like, a side project, like one of the big tapestry pieces. Ugh, they're beautiful. Beautiful. What is it you're using to hold your hoop in and flip it? This is the Loops and Threads craft stand that I bought at Michael's. There's a link to it in my bio. It's not like an affiliate link or anything like that. I just get that question a lot, so I like linked over to it. I need to add on, I need to remember when I'm not on live to add, like I need to just put together a list of like all of the stuff that I personally use, like this little guy and like my bobbin holder and like stuff like that. All the stuff that I use to organize my stitching stuff, because people always ask, and I never know how to, like, the only thing that's on my link so far is just this guy. But yeah, maybe I'll just visit the US and get fabric there. I mean, just make sure you get enough fabric to last you a while. Like, just all the fabric. It's fine. It'll be fine. Michelle, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Perfect, thank you. Makes it way easier. Yeah, absolutely. The craft stand has absolutely been a game changer for me, stitching wise. Since I don't have to like hold it and put it down and stuff. Like, one, it makes filming way easier, and two, my hands don't get tired as fast, and I can stitch for a lot longer. Yay, you caught one, Owls. Nice job. I have a Gen 1 Pokemon tapestry started, about 6 Pokemon done, very little progress. I might need to work on that after my current project. You know what? I might just go and get, I might just buy the pattern for one of those tapestry ones and like just start it on the side, because that sounds good. Milksop Boy, cheers. Somehow water came back out and splashed me in the face. Fantastic. Thank you, water bottle, for that. First time redeeming, nice. Very nice. Welcome to the chaos. Nana and Tink and Lumi would be so proud of you for forcing me to drink water. Leafeon has such a big fluffy tail. I want to know, does Leafeon's tail, is it furry and fuzzy like a fluffy, like a chinchilla? Or is it crunchy like a leaf? Or like, is it like smooth like a leaf? Is it like, what would Leafeon's tail actually like feel like? I feel like these are the questions we need to be asking. Yolis, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. And Ninja Labat, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you too. Like, is Jolteon Sage Leaves? Ooh, oh, like the lamb's ear tails? Yeah, okay. Okay, I could get behind that. Leafy and fluffy. Yeah, I could get behind that. I could get behind like a little fluffy, like soft. Oh, just like, I just want to go pet all the plants now. Can I just go outside and pet the plants? I imagine lamb's ear. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one I was thinking of. Yeah. They're saying sage, but yeah, I think sage is soft too. Okay, Crondo, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Ooh, that's a really long piece of thread. Okay. Velvety. Yes, velvety. Like velvety all over, or like just velvety on the leafy parts and like fluffy on like the beige tan parts. I got the sniffles. I always have the sniffles. It's because it's cold. It's not because I'm sick, I promise. I just have allergies, and despite being on many, many allergy meds, I'm literally on 3 different allergy meds right now, y'all, like every single day. I can't even. I'm not from the East Coast. I'm allergic to the East Coast, as it turns out. I don't care. I'm going to continue to live here and just take mondo doses of allergy meds every day. I'm literally on loratadine and citrazine and Benadryl every day. Sage is what I'm gonna name the next Leafeon I get. Very nice. Very good name for a Leafeon. Fluffy on the beige parts and then velvety on the green. Sage as a name is good, yeah. May need to float that by to my partner as middle for baby gun. Oh, that's so cute. Do it, do it, do it. It sounds so cuddly. Yeah. Get biologic shot. I don't do needles. I know that I probably should go and get like an allergy shot of some kind. And I am trying to set up an appointment with my PCP so that I can go over to see an allergist so that I can try and get like prescription strength allergy meds and not just take mondo doses of over-the-counter stuff all the time. But I can't do the shots because I have really, really severe needle phobia, and like even just thinking about it, dang it, I have panic attacks, really, really bad panic attacks. So yeah, that's not an option for me. I wish, because that would just be super simple and solve the problem, but yeah. Kezia Dirksen, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. But yeah, so instead I just take 3 allergy pills a day and I'm okay. I'm okay. It'll be fine. My liver's not protesting at all. It'll be okay. I do make sure, like, I don't like overdose on the meds. Like, I make sure I only take one of each a day, and like, you know, and the reason I take the different kinds is because if I just take one of the kinds, it's not gonna do enough. I've tried like cutting down to like 2 of them or 1 of them. I was on 4 different medications because I did have a prescription from my old doctor, but when I moved here, I had to like pair it with some other stuff. I had to pair it with the other ones. I don't remember what I was on. It started with a P. But the 4 kept me from having the sniffles. Like, I just get a little sniffly when it's cold. But now that I ran out of that 4th one, I'm just on the other 3. So I'm not sneezing, and I don't have the itchy, watery eyes, and I'm not feeling like I'm dying all day, which is how I was without medication. But I do get the sniffles when it's cold. So. But it'll be fine. We're almost done with the tippy top of the little tail. And, okay, so I'm going to finish off this little bit of tail color, and then I'm going to have to hop off because I'm going to have to go make dinner. Because it's that time of the evening already, which seems really weird to me. I feel like this day went by really fast, but I know it's because, like, I have been resting and doing things for me today, which is good. I'm not good at doing that, so I'm proud of myself for resting. And I know, like, this is, like, technically I'm working right now, but, like, this doesn't feel like work to me, so this just feels like fun. Hanging out with you guys always feels like fun to me and not, like, work for me. So thank you all for being awesome and hanging out with me and making my job wonderful. I tested for allergies and came back negative to all of them, and they told me it's non-allergic rhinitis. I'm just allergic to me. Oh no. Weather change, temp change, stress, all trigger an allergic reaction. I feel like a crazy person. Oh my gosh. I wonder if that's what's wrong with me. That wouldn't surprise me, honestly. Just stress makes me allergic. Oh god. I will cry if that's what it ends up being. But again, it wouldn't surprise me. House Key Cat, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. And thank you for sharing the live. I really appreciate that. Poke Gals, thank you for following. I appreciate you. You guys are amazing. Phoenix Goddess, thank you for the hand hearts. I appreciate that. Okay. Alright. That's the top of the little tail for this color. I'm going to start coming right back down the other direction. Okay, so I really do need to go to the store and get the last 2 colors before the live tomorrow, or else I'm not gonna be able to finish it. Because all we have left, we have like a tiny bit of black right in here, and then the beige in here and the dark green in here that I don't currently have because they're, you know, at the store. But yeah, I need to do that before tomorrow, or before the stream tomorrow night. But look at that, his little tail looks so cute. You can like, I love that you can like see like where the dark green veins in the leaves are gonna go. So cute. Leafeon is one of my favorite Pokemon. Aw, thank you. Bruce, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. And Maple Syrup, thank you for the follow as well. I appreciate you too. I get stress hives so much. They had 42 test spots for things like mold and animals, trees, plants, but the control spots work so they know the rest about. Ooh, man. Yeah. And sex energy makes me more stressed. Vicious circle. Yeah, that sounds like a vicious circle. Like getting hives is stressful in and of itself. So like, get stressed, get hives, get more stress, get more hives. Blah. Kelly Bear and Jess Spark, thank you for the follows. I appreciate you guys. I love cross-stitching and Pokemon. I have the same stand and it rocks. Aw, thank you. Yes, this stand is amazing. Leech, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. How long did it take so far? It's hard for me to estimate when I stitch on a live because I do take pauses to like finish other pieces and like stuff like that. But my estimate is, hold on. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This one will probably take me about 12 to 15 hours total or so. Somewhere in that range. Yeah. Where do you get your patterns? I make all of my own patterns.
Mom?
You can find them on my
Mom?
Etsy. Excuse me, little one.
Sorry.
I was literally in the middle of a sentence. How can I help you?
Can you try me watch an episode of something because the movie's over?
No, I'm gonna come right upstairs. I was just about to hop off, and I'm gonna come upstairs and make dinner right now.
Okay.
Okay. Bye, little one. Okay, so where do I get my patterns? I make all of my own patterns. You can find them either on my Etsy shop or my Patreon. There's a link in my bio. For those of you who are on Twitch, let me draw that link. There it is. Anyway, so now it's the time that I do the wrap up at the end of the stream anyway. So first and foremost, I want to thank you all for hanging out with me for the last hour and 45 minutes or so. It has been awesome as always. I love coming on and hanging out with you guys. You guys are amazing, and the lives that I do with you guys are like one of the highlights of my weeks, like for real. I want to do a special shout out to all of my patron members. Chelsea L, Shirley L, Lynn B, Amber C, Lisa K, and Demented Lemming. Thank you all for all of your support. It allows me to continue doing what I do, and you guys are amazing. So thank you for that. So if you want to learn how to cross stitch, the link in my bio or the link that I just posted on there for those of you who are on Twitch has access to all of the things that I'm about to talk to you about. So if you want to learn how to cross stitch, I have a how to cross stitch guide on there, as well as I am creating video how to cross stitch tutorials on TikTok. There is also a link to both my Etsy shop and my Patreon, so you can buy patterns individually through the Etsy shop, or if you're looking to get more than like 2 or 3 patterns, my Patreon is definitely the way to go for like getting them in bulk for cheaper. My full library access is only $12 a month. I have 31 Pokemon patterns up there so far, and I add at least 4 more every month. Tulip Tea, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Just tell me you got Pokemon cross stitch kits. So Mochi Love. so for the cross stitch kits, if you want one for a specific Pokemon, shoot me a DM through Etsy. I don't openly advertise on Etsy that I offer them, but I do offer them. So just shoot me a DM and I will put a listing up for you. So any of the Pokemon that I have patterns for, you can request as a kit, or if you don't see the Pokemon that you want, as long as it's Gen 1 through 5, I will make a pattern for you and send you a kit. I am also creating a new tier on my Patreon for a Kit of the Month club. So each month at the library access, I add at least 4 patterns a month. So if you're part of the Kit of the Month club, you will have access to all of the library Pokemon, as well as I will send out a kit every month with one of the new 4 for the month. So like this month, I added Venusaur, Blastoise, Luvdisc, and Abra to the library. And so one of those 4 would be sent as a kit if you're part of the Kit of the Month club. I am putting that together. I'm hoping to have that up sometime this week as a tier option. So I will be adding that. That's currently not on there, but it will be. But like I said, the full library access tier is $12 a month. It's an amazing deal considering just buying one pattern is $5. So if you are on TikTok and you would like to follow along on the Twitch stream and be able to get access to things like channel rewards and things like that, it's the same as my username here, except the O is a 0 on Twitch, and vice versa. If you're on Twitch and you want to follow along on TikTok, it's the same username except it's a 0 instead of or it's an O instead of a 0, other way around. We also have a wonderful, wonderful Discord community. I know I talked about it some on here today. It is fantastic. The people over there are wonderful. We are huge TTRPG nerds and crafting nerds, and like it's just such a wonderfully supportive community. We also run a monthly self-care challenge. So as you take care of yourself, you get raffle tickets to win a game night with me. Last month we played Raccoon Sky Pirates, and this month we're going to be playing Jackbox. And then if you would like to see any of the past streams, I do upload those onto YouTube as well. So I think that's it. I just want to say thank you again so much for hanging out with me and everything. A couple last things. Willow Heart, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Mochi Love, where? There is a link through my bio. You can get straight over to the Patreon or the Etsy shop through there. My Etsy shop is Ink Thread Designs. If you just the handle straight for Etsy. But honestly, it's easier to just like follow the link through the bio. I live in the UK. Is that okay? Yes, I do ship internationally. I have shipped to Canada before. I've shipped to Canada a few times. I've shipped somewhere else too, and I can't think of where. I've done a ton of domestic shipping. But yeah, living out of the United States shouldn't be a problem. But yeah. Anyway, thank you all, and I love you all, and you're wonderful, and have a great, wonderful rest of your evening.